What do you make of, or how would you respond to the response of the federal government to the statement released by President or former President Olusegun Obasanjo?
Um, there's no denying the fact that um, President Buhari has done something since he came in 2012. And the Minister of Information basically just responded saying, yes, they accept what he says, what former President Olusegun Obasanjo said, and just to reel out some of the things that they have done. Yes, they mentioned rice and agriculture and some of that, which is okay. But that response doesn't take out the pains and the cries and the yearnings of Nigeria. People south of the river don't feel that they are part of that. They're Nigerians. Don't feel as part of the government. There's no inclusiveness in the government of President Buhari, and that's the perception that people have.
I mean, so when you talk about the lack of inclusion, can you clarify?
It's down to one, the communication of the president and the perception that's kind of going around in the government. If he does have people around his economic team, for instance, that shows a very good widespread of people across the country, how many people know that? If he hasn't, if the perception is that he has this very close circle of people around him and that are forming the government, if that's the perception, what has he done to change that perception? And that's his fault. That's that perception of the government. If he has very good widespread of people, why are people saying that? Why are people saying that? So that's his fault. That's the communication part of the president, and that's all down to him. But again, that's not to take away the problems and the struggles of people. People in Benue, for instance, that's not what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about the economic team or whatever. What they're thinking about is that people have been killed and died on the 1st of January, and the president himself spoke to elders from Benue, and he basically told them, "Oh, accommodate people to your countrymen." Because the Minister of Defense came out and said, "Well, it has shown that the problems, the reason why people were killed in Benue was because of the anti-racism going Benue," and if that's the feeling that's coming from the presidency, then people are basically just saying, confirms our suspicion about this and about the president being nepotic. And the thing is that you cannot continue in anomalies and expect sanity to abound. This issue has been going on for years, but what have we done to resolve it? What have we done to it? You can't just start talking about, yes, we have done this or we're doing that. This can't be going to branches and that's just the family. So you can't start thinking about party communities and bringing up presence that's going to solve it. What's going on? People are really and genuinely angry, and I don't think, to be fair, if President Buhari is going to make himself, I don't think he's going to himself pass. And that's the feeling that's going around the country.
Let me bring in Ahmed Mustafa, who joins us from Oshogbo, the capital of Osun State. Ahmed, how do you respond to the allegations of nepotism as well as the anti-corruption fight against the president, especially with those around him?
To accuse this accusation of nepotism is laughable, absolutely so. And Nigerians make a conscious mistake. We seem to assume that the North is one entity. Let me give you an instance. If Yabido was not a governor and was appointed as the defense minister of this country, a lot of Nigerians would just assume that, oh, Yabido is Hausa Fulani and then he's from the North and he's Buhari's kingsman and so on, blah, 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 blah. But Yabido is Igala, I think, yes, and he will consider it an insult to be considered a Hausa man or even a Fulani man. And that's the mistake that a lot of Nigerians make. We just say, oh, he has appointed Ahmed Mustafa, and then Ahmed Mustafa must be Hausa Fulani. But when the appointment comes to the South, we're very quick to differentiate that, oh, it's the South-South, the Southeast, and the Southwest. When it goes to the North, we don't care whether it's North Central or the Northeast or the Northwest. We just lump it together and say it's the whole North. So, oh, okay, the North has 10 appointments, while the South has 3, and the Southeast has 3, and the North and the Southwest has 4. But if you put that together, that's also 10. We don't always consider it that way, and we're very quick to accuse the admission of nepotism. And I think we just need to be analytical in our minds and find out for ourselves. A young man opined on Twitter that everybody in the defense of this country are Hausa Fulanis, and I just looked at that tweet and I laughed because there's nothing as far away from the truth as that. I think Nigerians just need a little bit more education to understand how things run in this country. I think it's mindless and sincerely harsh for a Nigerian to sit and opine that this administration has done nothing in its fight against corruption. The president, Muhammad Buhari, was just named the anti-corruption champion by the AU. There must be certain indices that have been considered before he was handed this high honor. And so for Nigerians to, for any Nigerian at all to claim that this administration has done nothing in its fight against corruption is sad, to put it kindly. He spoke to the Lawa Babachi issue and mentioned that Lawa Babachi has been arrested only after the Obasanjo letter. Yes, I quite agree with that. The administration has been slow in its fight against corruption, but has there been a fight? That's the question here, and there has been one. We must all completely agree to that. A city minister in this country at one time sat over the immigration scam that led to the loss of about 19 Nigerian lives, and nothing was done to that man. He wasn't even sacked from office. Not once was he investigated. So we must understand where we're coming from as a nation, where we are, and where we desire to be. This is not where we desire to be. We're making progress on our way to final success. So we must be very logical in our analysis of issues, particularly in this fight against corruption. I think the administration has done very well, but there's always room for improvement.
Well, let me just come back to you now. I mean, speaking of the statistics you just gave, all the security chiefs coming from a particular region of the country, don't you think it should be about getting the job done quickly?
Unfortunately, it's not just about getting the job done. It's about what our constitution says and how well the president is able to respect the constitution. You cannot convince a layman, for example, that only people from a particular region have got the competence to anchor the security outfits of the federation. What the president has done is to impose on Nigerians a group of people from the broader northern region to command the security apparatus of this country.
But the chief of defense staff is
yeah,
not from the...
That's the argument people have been raising, but the CDS is just one out of about 6, 7...
The chief of naval staff is not from the...
We're saying exactly the same thing. Chief of naval staff and CDS aren't from the north, but the head of the police, the head of the DSS, the guys who control the immigration, the guys who control the customs, the guy who is the NIA boss. These are also equally important security apparatuses. You cannot be a president and want to throw a few drops at people and expect that they will not react because you think you have satisfied them minimally. That's not how a presidency is run.
Just hold yourself for a second. We'll be back in a moment. We'll take a quick break. I'll be back shortly. Please stay with us.